Hey guys, it's your pal Victor here from Cult Classics and Cult Following. And today we are doing another film review. Today we are reviewing. It's like viewing and reviewing and refusing. No, we are reviewing the latest film to debut on the new HBO Max slash movie theater uh, platform plan that Warner Brothers is doing in the wake of the pandemic, and that is John Lee Hancock's latest neo-noir crime drama, The Little Things, starring Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, and Rami Malek. So a few things, because I was really curious about this movie after I watched it, so I did a little bit of research. And apparently, John Lee Hancock, who's actually really known for doing more like family films, he wrote and directed Saving Mr. Banks, the movie where Tom Hanks plays Walt Disney, and it's all about the making of Mary Poppins, the movie. And he also directed The Blind Side, The Blind Side. He didn't direct it; he wrote The Blind Side. David O. Mitchell directed it, and he wrote and directed The Founder, which had Michael Keaton playing Ray A. Kroc, the founder of the McDonald's corporate franchise corporation. So he's not really known for doing dark neo-noir procedural dramas, and it turns out he wrote this script back in 1993, which is interesting because it's now a period piece. This movie's actually set in 1993. And if you've seen a lot of 90s procedural crime dramas, which are something that really doesn't happen anymore because like TV shows have essentially taken over that genre, stuff like Bones or CSI or NCIS or, all those kinds of, forensics type shows. They used to be movies. But yeah, like 7 or 8 millimeter. Like, if you like 7 or 8 millimeter, funny number names, actually really weird. You'll really like this movie because it feels a lot like those. And he wrote the script back then. He's been trying to get it made for about 30 years. And he finally got it made, and it's a really interesting movie. I say interesting? No, it's an interesting movie. I actually enjoyed it, but I really like 7 and 8 millimeter, and this movie feels a lot like that. And it stars Denzel as a Kern County patrolman named Joe Deacon, who used to be a big deal detective in LA County, and he has to go to pick up some evidence where it turns out he has like a kind of fractured relationship with his past co-workers, or something that we will find out about eventually. But he's still kind of like well renowned for like he was on the department for 15 years and the highest clearance rate of all his homicide cases. And there's this like serial killer that's out and about, and Rami Malek plays a straight-laced police homicide detective named Jim Baxter, who's trying to capture him. The two of them kind of have friction up front, but while he's staying over to pick up some evidence, he helps make a small break in the case, and the two kind of like build a camaraderie. And the movie is essentially about the price you pay for being a good cop, and that is obsession and where that can lead. And that kind of comes to a head when as Deacon is helping Baxter investigate, he finds a clue that may be tied to an earlier case that actually forced him away from the LA Homicide Division, and he starts to kind of pass on this obsession to Baxter, and this all comes to a head when there's a potential suspect that they find named Albert Sparma, who's played by Jared Leto. And the thing I'll say about Jared Leto's performance in this movie is this is how I wish he would have played the Joker in Suicide Squad, because this is squicky, like Joaquin Phoenix, like Heath Ledger Joker, like times 1,000. I'm overplaying it. he does a good job playing this like criminal, and it's kind of how I wish he would have approached the Joker, but that's more up to David Ayer, who I will say I watched The Tax Collector the other day, the new movie he had about like cartel wars in LA and Mexico, and dude, that movie is like a straight up piece of shit. I'm sorry. Like, I really wanted to like that movie, and it's so bad. And I feel like every movie David Ayer's made since Suicide Squad, like Bright, and now this, it's just like, and it sucks because, you know, I really like End of Watch. Anyway, another procedural drama. But yeah, just to stay on topic with the little things, this is a good movie if you're into this particular type of movie. It's a very 90s movie. Like as soon as this movie starts, it starts with this girl kind of, realizing she's being trailed by like the would-be, antagonist of this movie, and it feels like it's straight out of Silence of the Lambs. And it feels like a 90, like you watch, oh, this feels like Silence of the Lambs. Oh, this kind of feels like Seven. Oh, this kind of feels like, that's kind of how it feels like. It feels like a movie of that time period. I wish it wouldn't lean so heavily to those tropes. I think Denzel is awesome in this movie, as is Rami Malek, especially, as his character develops throughout. Jared Leto, for what he's like a supporting character, he's kind of one note, but I like what we get from him. And the supporting stuff from guys like Terry Kinney, who you might know him, he was like on Oz, the HBO show. He was like the bald, he becomes the warden eventually. But yeah, he's good in this, and I don't know. I like the ending. It's good. It's a good ending, and the relationship between Denzel and Rami Malek is really good. I'm giving it 3 stars, just because I enjoyed it. But I know if you don't like this particular kind of movie, your mileage is going to vary. I know a lot of people who are critic friends of mine who don't like this movie, and I can see it because, like I said, there's faults there, but it's kind of like the faults I expect from this particular genre trope. So I'm cool with it because I knew that was going to happen coming in. That being said, check it out. It's playing in theaters that are open starting this Friday, and I think, and this Friday, and it also debuts on HBO Max this Friday. If not this Friday, this Sunday. But yeah, check it out. It's like that split thing where it's going to be on HBO Max for 31 days, and then not. And then it'll come back eventually. But if you can catch it in theaters, you feel safe, I would recommend HBO Max. Until next time, I'm going to have a ton of reviews this weekend. We just put up the Saint Maud review. And yeah, we're going to have reviews for WandaVision tomorrow. And tons of stuff. Glitch in the Matrix at Sundance. Censor. Prisoners in the Ghostland. Judas and the Black Messiah. All that stuff is coming next few days. So check out cultfollowing.co. Check out youtube.com/c/Cult Classics. All this stuff's going to be going boom, 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 boom. I'm going to try to get up an episode of Cult Following, the travel log, up tomorrow. We'll see if it happens. If not, we'll postpone that for a week. Until then, thanks for checking us out, and I hope you enjoyed the review. Check out the little things on HBO Max. And yeah, talk to you guys later.